And that's also why I think Brady, anime Brady, has impure intentions, because he has not given anyone critical feedback. He just I just realized how much I'm doing this, and that's what Monika does. Holy shit, this is why I sort of relate to her. Yeah, there are definitely some things I relate to with Monika. Hello, and welcome back to Therapist Plays Doki Doki Literature Club. So we still got another poem to get through before the day of the festival, and I guess we're gonna figure out if we've really won Yuri's heart or not. I have a save at the very beginning of the game, the day of the second poem, before I tell Sayori I'm not going home with her, and this one, which is the third poem. So I also feel like I'm starting to get a grasp of the meta here, which is not just simply like pick the words I think the one I'm going for would be interested in, but you actually don't seem to be able to read the poem of the one that you're not popping any of these words for, which is why I think we didn't get to see Natsuki's poem last time, which I'm disappointed in. And I'm not sure if I can actually salvage that relationship by now. But Natsuki will have her time. So I'm not gonna like fully focus on Yuri here, because I do like Sayori's writing as well, and I don't want to displease her. She seems like in less of a good spot than Yuri is, based on the last episode, but she seems to be enthusiastic about the festival at least. So I don't know, maybe things will improve. I'm gonna choose peaceful. That's nice. That's nice. I like peaceful for Sayori. What about giggle? Okay, Natsuki liked that one. Parfait. Natsuki word. Analysis. That's a Brady word. Depression. That's a Sayori word. Peace. Okay. Let's try fester, yes. Agonizing. Determination. Intellectual. I'm kind of curious to see who bounces for this one. Yeah, that's who I would expect. Anxiety. I actually would have expected Sayori for anxiety. Sweet. Hurt. No. Pure. That's... I feel a little disappointed that that one wasn't for Sayori. I feel like Natsuki stole that one. Love. There we go. Tragedy. Misfortune. Imagination. And let's do disarray. Okay. So we mostly favored Yuri there, but a little bit of love for Sayori as well. Oh man, I'm the last one here. Again, what is going on, Monika? So earlier I said that like it was hard to detect her compensation behavior, but I have a newer theory that I think can kind of help to explain what we're seeing here, which is when you think about how people make decisions, we don't make the same decisions at all levels of distress, okay? Really, everybody has a different like range of how they behave given like how much distress they have. And I would put them into like kind of three categories. The lowest being like just your average level of life stressors. And you're gonna see pretty consistent behaviors here. Stress at a 1 or 2 or 3 is like barely going to lead to any sort of compensation behaviors. I would generally say that most people are just kind of living at a 3 to 4 range of stress, just given like how busy they are and how many relationships they have, and right, like, but we can operate pretty consistently and rationally in this space. Decision making starts to change a little bit once you go up into this middle range though, which is where you start having to actually spend some time coping with things. So I'm going to call these like cope-worthy behaviors, which like, yeah, you're going to start seeing a little more compensation come out. Okay. Like 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to see someone's diet start to slip a little bit. They're going to start showing up late for things because they're also not sleeping as well, or they're distracted more easily. The stress is not only going to increase, but it's going to compound with a little bit of stress over here and over here, starting to elevate like our stress response, right? And our goal with stress management is not to like jump 7 to 0. It's just like, if I'm at a 7, how can I go to a 6? And how can I get to a 5? And how can I get to a 4, right? Compensation is really sort of where we get stuck. And we're like at a 5 and I'm stressed about school. And so I'm staying up later to do my homework, which is, you know, I'm passing my class, but I'm not sleeping as well. And because I'm not sleeping as well, I'm falling asleep in class, which is harming my schoolwork. And like, you just end up in this sort of feedback loop that is sort of trying to lower the stress, but is actually also causing more of it, just in other ways. So these are like your cope-worthy stressors. And then you have this top range, which is like, we're in actual crisis, okay? And here is where you start to see decision-making become quite extreme, because it's no longer about just trying to moderate like a medium level of stress. Our thinking becomes very urgent and impulsive. And when you talk to people who are in crisis, they say things and decide to do things that they would not normally do when they're sort of lower on the stress scale. So that's really important to think about when we start to see like more and more stress pile up for these girls. And I guess for Brady, even though I'm like, I'm kind of upset with him right now, I'll hold out some empathy for him. But like, as the stress goes up, we're going to see more and more struggle to respond to it. And all the way at the top end, we're going to see some behaviors from these characters that we might not normally see at all. Just kind of relating this back to what we sort of picked up from Yuri in the last episode, which if my assumption is right, and she is engaged in some cutting behavior, right? Like that's living up closer to this higher end. And would someone engage in a self-harming or self-destructive behavior down here where they are able to tolerate their stressors a lot more? Likely not, right? Our decision-making, our fucking brain chemistry, everything about our response to stress changes as you go up and down this scale, okay? So like, good stress management is how do you effectively step down from that and not get stuck in a compensation feedback loop, all right? So when I look at Monika, Monika does not like to show where she is at on the stress scale. She has stressors, as everyone does, but she kind of wants you to think she's all cool all the time. And so when I start to see her compensate more and more, like she's the last one at the club, she always needs to, you know, get involved in everything as well. We can see that her stress is elevating. Why? Why though? We don't know. So let's just see how we go. But I wanted to put this out there that like, this is how we're going to start to understand the behaviors that we're seeing. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. I'm laughing. I'm smiling, so I can't be stressed. There can't be anything wrong, can there? You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. So I'm going to actually guess that for some of our other characters, they're going up and down this stress scale more frequently at like a greater intensity, greater shifts in mood and emotion. And Monika, I bet, like stays pretty consistently here. Like the highly perfectionistic, always needing to be busy, so busy that she almost can't keep up with it. Like, I wonder if that's not sort of stress fueled, because one of the ways that she does not cope with things is express them to people. She doesn't like say, hey, I'm in need of help or support here. Like, she doesn't want people to see that. Maybe it was disincentivized in her home life. I wonder what these girls' home lives are like. You know, what are their parents like? What do they say to them? Are they showing enough interest in them? You know, do they feel like that's a safe place to talk about themselves? Where are the parents, basically? I always want to know. But it's not uncommon for people to sort of mask their stress. You know, like there's a lot of social incentives to not appear super upset all the time and to try to present ourselves as like dealing with our shit, right? So I don't know if Monika's having like big fluctuations, but because she doesn't necessarily cope with her problems, she mostly compensates in a masking sort of way. I bet that her level of stress is like right around the middle and just kind of stays there. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. That's interesting, Natsuki. You weren't so enthused last time. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Brady, you sound a little bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Where is Sayori, by the way? Monika, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. What? Monika. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. I'm a little lost. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for today, okay? Fine. It is nice to see Natsuki teasing her a little bit, giving her a bit of a dose of her own medicine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me, where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. It's very uncharacteristic of sweet Sayori, who is normally really attentive to how everyone in the room is feeling because she wants to elevate and be a part of that. So where is she at on this scale? Well, I think that Sayori lives, you know, above the 5 line at least as well, kind of in this space. And you can tell by like her just anxious presentation. And she compensates and also effectively copes in certain ways. But where would we see like what seems like sort of isolative behavior? Well, maybe that's, you know, something that unlocks negatively for her at like a 7. Because it's not characteristic, right? Like that's why the stress scale is helpful to think about, because when you're looking at patterns in people's lives and you look at some of their most self-destructive habits, I don't think it's always fair to just be like, oh, that person is like this. It's like, okay, yes, they're like that under certain conditions. So it's all in context. This isn't normal for Sayori. So that tells us we're at a higher than typical threshold for stress. Huh? Is everything all right? And even Anime Brady can detect it. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. It does. Sorry for assuming things. No, Brady! Assume more! Sometimes. And then other times, don't assume. I hate this. It's like when he's on the right track, he stops himself. He's like, oh, I'm going too far here. It's like, go one step further. You're so close. And at times where I'm like, please stop, he just fucking dives headfirst in. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, you see? Sayori shows me a big smile and she jumps. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Okay, so we're definitely somewhere up here, maybe on the line of really not doing well. But why? The only thing I can really think of is, well, exactly what we did. We didn't walk home with her, and she literally thought, like, you're not going to need me anymore. The thing is she has a drive to show up anyways when she's in this stress level, but she just sort of struggles with it. She's late for school. She's like probably not eating the best. Even her clothes are a little bit like hastily drawn in the collar area. But that's normal for her. Like she's struggling, but maintaining. And so what does it mean when someone stops doing their compensation behavior, which is normally around here? Then they're starting to trend even further upwards. So this is a bit concerning. Well, all right, if you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. The conversation's already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monika, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Brady, what's up? Okay, I do like that he is inquiring. Okay, he can sense it. Your friends can usually sense it. Like I keep saying, it doesn't take a fucking therapist to realize when someone is like kind of off balance. Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Okay, Monika, there's just no way. There's no way she can't see this. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Brady. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Yeah, how does it fucking feel, Brady? It doesn't feel great, does it? This is what you've been doing to her for longer than I am even comfortable to know about. Because you've been childhood friends, okay? You've been dismissing her for years, probably. And it doesn't feel great, does it, Brady? But here's his chance, okay? Here is his chance to redeem himself, all right? I know we've set him up to go after Yuri, but prioritize helping Sayori first, okay? Because she's only happy when you're happy. And I'm only happy when she's happy. And you're me. So fucking figure it out. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Ooh, and this is a bit tricky, right? Because she may want to be left alone. And if we really are the problem, if we're the ones that she feels rejected by, then we cannot necessarily be the one to attend to that problem. I also kind of worry that it's got to be Monika, though. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? God, his selective blindness, it toils with me. I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Brady. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? I hate that he's insulted by this. Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? Oh, how can he be perceptive enough and know her intuitively enough to be like, yeah, she's past her normal threshold of stress. She must be having a hard time. And then just be completely oblivious to the fact that it's fucking our fault. No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. All right. He's fucking lost it. He's fucking lost it. You're so funny, Brady. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you. I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? God damn it, Monika. I feel like she's playing multiple games here, though. What is her agenda? Like, I kind of fucking hate this attitude that some people have where it's like, oh, I'm going to tell you what's going on with her. I'm going to clue you in that, you know, she really cares about you and maybe you're the problem, but I'm not going to go any further than that. I've said too much. What do I know? Why open the door and enlighten us? Only to then say, hey, have fun in the dark. I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. So you should just forget about what I said. I swear, Monika is like a mastermind of manipulation. This is probably how she copes with stuff. Like the way that she steps down the ladder is by like causing unease in other people. Having this comparative effect where it's like, she won't acknowledge that she's got her own stress. And so as long as other people around her are at a higher level of stress, she remains at balance, even though really she's just making everyone sort of exist up here. And then she can convince herself that this is actually the floor where she's at. I'm good. I'm not stressed at all. Nothing's going on in my life. What do I know about it anyways? Now, do I think she's doing this like, well, intentionally? Yes. Do I think she has full understanding of what she is doing and why? Probably not. It's like passive manipulation, maybe. It's compensation, right? Like the denial of her stress is the primary goal. The way that she does it is by like having other people around her be at a higher level of stress. And maybe that's not her goal. Her goal is just denying my own stress. And stressing us out is just the sort of impact of that. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Because, I mean, she does seem caring otherwise. But she just has this effect on people. All right. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is standing. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. Yeah, Brady. You're not involved in that conversation. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Sayori is behaving in an uncharacteristic way because we unlock new and often worse patterns of behavior the higher in stress that we go. Sayori was already pretty stressed, somewhere around here. And now this is like kind of pushing her higher into a more isolative state. Sayori is not choosing to isolate because she thinks that's a good idea. It is just the kind of behavior that she exhibits in that stress range. To me, that is like how you sort of empathize with people who are having more extreme kinds of behaviors and ideations, because like the rational state of mind usually is down here with common life stressors. We get access to more extreme and desperate kinds of thoughts and behaviors up here that are just, it's not the state of mind that you would normally be in. Like whenever I've been counseling someone who is expressing any kind of like suicidal ideations or things like that, the goal is crisis management. It's not to go from 10 to 0. It's, can we just get them out of the crisis zone and de-escalate just enough so that the crisis types of thoughts and ideations subside? Often they do. People will describe how like they're not in the right state of mind. They know that this is not how they would normally be thinking if they weren't under this sort of pressure and everything else. The goal is stabilization, which is just trying to get us down to a more tolerable stress level. So not trying to, you know, rationalize to someone necessarily like why they should continue living, but just like, can we achieve homeostasis, right? Lower the intensity of stress just to a point where we at least come back down to like less consequential, but still problematic behaviors. Crisis thoughts and behaviors can persist for, you know, different variations of time, but like 72 hours is a pretty common threshold of stabilization, which is why like you're trying to have people who have attempts or ideations have some kind of help and supervision for that period of time, because more often than not, that's enough time to stabilize and just to de-escalate out of that state of mind. And many times they will describe like, I don't want to hurt myself. I'm not who I normally am when I'm up here, right? So it's tricky. So tricky that you need to be a qualified professional to deal with it, which unfortunately this Brady is not, and Monika is not, even though she kind of fucking acts like she is. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Hopefully more than you're fucking acting like it. God damn it, Brady. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Okay, that's true. God damn it. I should also say that to myself, because I'm being very hard on Brady, on Anime Brady here. His friend is stressed. He's also getting up here. We do not act, and we normally act. This whole playthrough is just me like fucking hating on Brady and then finding ways to give him grace again, and then he disappoints me all over again. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and I sit on the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax. You didn't even do anything. I don't even like how he gives them commands. Monika, go talk to Sayori for me. Yuri, relax. You're in no position, Brady. You have to win their favor. Not the other way around. Remember that! I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts. How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Where is this fucking apology sentiment towards Sayori? Be kind, Brady. he's just a stupid kid. He's a stupid boy. I'm acting like he's, I don't know, responsible for something serious. He's just playing around with sensitive emotions. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. What? Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. It's like kind of it's a big idea, Yuri. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Here's what I'm worried about, guys. Okay. Everything has been building towards, as we choose affection for Yuri, Natsuki's out. Sayori is being sort of squeezed out. And her mental health is escalating. We already have the sensation that she's anxious and depressed. And just what I know about how those things tend to go, falling a little bit more out of balance can actually put you here. Like, I just keep thinking of the content warning that I'm very worried about exploring what that could be. We better at least get a chance to, like, stop whatever is coming. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. That's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. That perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Like I said, doesn't feel so great, does it, Brady? To be rejected. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Brady, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Yuri is just spitting absolute fire today. Ah. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? Mm-hmm. I think Sayori's a very complex person. Thank you, Yuri, for validating my own thoughts. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? It's fucking reading us like a book today. Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Not enough, Yuri. She doesn't mean enough for us to get our fucking head in the game. From the very beginning, Sayori has been showing signs of distress. Now we're pushing her over the edge. I guess. But you don't need to put it that... My relationship with... This is the worst incarnation of Brady, the character in the game. He sucks. He sucks so much. But we're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. Wisdom. Wisdom! And that's kind of my interpretation of Monika a little bit. Like I said, I try to give her some grace. I don't know how much the sort of manipulation of people's stress is like intentional. I think it's just her subconscious need for control. And when she can't control herself, she can't bring herself lower on this. The best she can do is raise people higher so that her lowest is not higher than someone else's, if that makes sense. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were within you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yeah, here I'm thinking misfortunate. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. The truest fucking line that we have spoken. She is giving us way too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, yeah, no fucking shit. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Finally, he is speaking truth. Brady, you're not cut out for the depth of Yuri, for the playfulness of Natsuki, for the absolute joy and positivity of Sayori, or the standards of perfection and grace of Monika. You're not cut out for any of this. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? And like, this is why he's such a scumbag. Now he goes for the move. Now he tries to be smooth. Well, as long as you're okay with it, I swear to God, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Fuck you, Brady. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the... I just kept reading in her voice. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Still thinking about it, Brady. Okay. I gotta start with Sayori now. I literally can't. I'm full of anxious thoughts. In the game and in my own mind. It's nice, I guess. Oh, she's like rejecting us. Come on. I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. Oh my God, it's like so painful to see her act like this. Sayori, this is not you. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. Oh, I can even hear in my role play, I'm like not speaking in her cheerful tone. It like actually breaks my heart. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. It's literally killing her, though. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Brady. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Oh, baby girl, please find someone else to talk to than us. We are not capable of helping you with this. Yuri, she's compromised. She's Delulu with Brady fixation. Monika just categorically can't be trusted. Yeah, she should go to Natsuki. Honestly, she should go to Natsuki. Because Natsuki's gonna be like, yeah, fuck Brady. He's out shit. You deserve better, girl. Like, she's the kind of, like, friend you need right now. All right. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay. It, like, pains me to roleplay her as, like, giving the silent treatment, in a sense. Just sort of, like, complying with the social niceties, but, like, just no emotion behind it. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm like very concerned now. These are not Sayori behaviors. She is not in Sayori's state of mind. Like, Sayori's compensation behaviors with a bit of stress were like, get involved, talk to people, you know, try to please everyone. And the second that she stops doing that is not a sign of the stress coming down. It's not going down, folks. It's going up. It's going way up. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay. Well, let's try Natsuki. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next! Please go find Sayori. Go follow her home and tell her that I'm not shit. Please tell her I'm not worth it. Okay. I always do Monika last, so let's try Yuri's. Brady. Your writing has only improved in these last few days. It's like sickening me now to the deeper this relationship gets, the more I am in disgust at the neglect it means for Sayori. I chose wrong. I should have chose her. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. Oh, fucking, please stop this. I can really feel the emotions. We're manipulating you, Yuri. There's nothing behind us. I'm being so fucking mean. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. Yeah, no, duh, we're just faking it. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to this. Just, I hate this. It's so shallow. You're really the example I was chasing after. It's just incestuous right now. Oh, we're so intellectual and in love. Meanwhile, the fucking most pure-hearted girl is literally in isolated danger right now. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad. I got the chance to share my writing. I'm not being mean to Yuri here. I feel bad for her. I feel like she has fallen for toxic love. I don't know what to say. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Brady, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. Gosh, she is actually so, like, interesting as a person. And we're so shallow. Like, please don't fall for us. There's someone better out there for you, I promise. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Brady. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. God. What I'm really worried about here is that she is actually blossoming into some self-confidence. But I'm afraid she's going to attribute that to us and not herself, which is wholly missing the point of exactly what she's saying here. I don't even know how to make myself happy. And she is probably literally going to claim that it's us that's making her happy because she doesn't know how to make herself. I have all these feelings and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understand what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done it. Oh my God. He is completely self-aware. He knows he's done nothing to achieve the serenity that Yuri has discovered. We don't deserve that kind of praise at all. Please see through it. Please see through it, Yuri. No, God damn it. That's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Brady. You're not, Yuri. You're complex, but not difficult. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, and those are all the reasons why you're precious. Those aren't your flaws. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. What a sad statement. You've literally not treated me like I'm unique. All those unique things she just listed out, which are value adds, by the way, that you're a deep thinker, that you think complexly about yourself and don't just rush to certainty. Like, those are legitimately the things I fucking love about Yuri as a character. And here she's like, you basically treat me like I'm not unique. What? It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say, I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time, she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with the emotional ups and downs. Because, like, it's true what he said. She does deserve to be treated with patience and respect. But we're not the person for it. We're just not the person. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. Ooh. A callback. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I'm too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against the outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding? I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Oh, geez, girl. The thought of her spending this much time thinking about anything in proximity to us is just distressing me. So, I'm going to be honest. I don't like it. I don't like it as much as her other ones. It feels like less complicated. First of all, a sequel? Yuri, really? She has way more creative spirit than this. I actually think that her developing affection for us is making her writing worse. Because it's become sort of what seems like shallow affection for us. Like, her other poems were full of metaphor and double meanings and exploration of deeper parts of herself. And here she's like just a nervous girl just being approached by, I don't know, I guess us. Literally making her worse. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? Yeah, I actually do. No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Yeah. I gotta fucking read on this. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. She literally had to... We've made her worse. She's so desperate to win our affection now that she dumbed down her writing so that we could understand it. And I hate that for her. I hate it for every fiber of her that deserves someone to not just say, you're like everyone else. No, treat her like she's a fucking precious, unique star. Like she is. You don't deserve this, Brady. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, yeah, obviously. Just dogging on him more and more every episode. But I'm happy that you shared it with me, so thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can... The poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. We are literally making her worse. She's worse at speaking, she's worse at writing. And she's like making it out to seem like the parts of her that are genuinely interesting are like bad for some reason. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people. Please listen to that sentiment. You're not good with people. Specifically this one. But I hope that I can return the favor sometime. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. I just imagine him sounding dumber and dumber. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I'm unwinding in this playthrough. It's just making me lose my shit. I guess we should move on before Monika says something. Like what? But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so that I can put her poem away. Yeah, that's fucking... All right. Please, Monika, put us in our place, all right? You know what? In fact, I've changed my tune on Monika. I thought that she was like antagonizing us in some sort of way, but I actually feel like she's the energy I need right now, okay? She needs to like shut down the whole Brady drama. Whatever's going on here. He needs a little bit of confident intimidation. Hi, Brady. Like it's a threat. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It's a little bit of pressure. It would also make me happy to see. Maybe that's why we can't romance Monika or even get her attention, because she sees through it. She sees way through it. We're literally too dumb, I think, for her. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Brady. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? It sounds like she's talking to us like we're a baby. It's gotten so refined, Brady. Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. Oh my God. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. All right. I get you. I think she does. Just be careful, all right? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. What does Monika know? You say that like I'm going to hurt her. All right. I'm Team Monika. I'm Team Monika. She's convinced me. I'm joining Team Monika's be wary of Brady camp. You most likely will hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Ooh. Okay. I'm off Team Monika. If she is even half as perceptive as me, and she reads Yuri's poem, I'm pretty sure she could detect the self-harm themes as well. And that's not cool. That's not cool to joke about. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, all right? Okay. I was almost taken in. You see how dysregulated I am. Brady's not acting like how he normally acts. I almost got fucking smitten by Monika. Taken in by her charms and seeming investment in others' well-being. But underneath it, it's just more control. She almost controlled me, guys. This is exhausting. All right. The lady who knows everything. This game is like literally always just a step ahead of me. It's very concerning. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who's found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall. And I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Okay. So we know that Monika likes to play with space and formatting, so let's take a look at that. I mean, there's the feather standing out from everything else. The lady who knows everything. The lady who knows everything herself, when she's written about, is like very structured and organized. Maybe even saying that in the pursuit of perfection, perfection being knowing everything and all meaning, all purpose, you sort of lose personality. You lose what makes you stand out because you've just become the aggregate of every other thing, every other piece of meaning, which is ultimately meaninglessness. So maybe this is like her thoughts about her own perfectionism, that they're actually kind of a negative thing. The feather stands away from everything else, which does make it unique, even if it's untethered. Victim of the currents of the wind, but at least it is going somewhere. And to be lost is to have the potential to discover. Just throw my own little poetic touch on there. What can you discover when you know everything? Nothing. Day after day I search, knowing legends don't exist, except the star in the sky. When the winds stop, when the search for meaning stops, she falls and is caught by perfectionism. Maybe that's like her fallback, like when she stops exploring herself or meaning or these sorts of things, when she stops like following her intuition, which I think of as like kind of the wind. Intuition being something that is not calculated, but just sort of sensory, what I feel, more in touch with her feelings. But when she stops listening to that, she defaults into this like perfectionism that's very organized, very all-knowing, but not very driven by passion. And ultimately tells her like there's nothing more to seek. She has a hollow voice, like it's not a good thing to know everything. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat and I pick up a gust of wind. But she does return to this state of drifting, probably because she wants more of that. Like, I don't think that Monika knows what she's causing for herself or for other people. Like this over control, this perfectionism, like she clearly recognizes that it has its flaws. Like, think of how she said, oh, I was late for literature club because she was playing the piano. It's like, well, I just imagine her practicing the piano and she literally can't stop doing that, even though she has this other obligation and commitment. She can't stop doing that because she's such a perfectionist. But then it causes this like chaos because now she can't show up to this other thing that she also wants to be in charge of. Like the perfectionism is so limiting because she can't just sort of sequence break and stop what she's doing and come back to it. She has to sort of finish it. But she's not happy there. She's happier when she's sort of, maybe she's envious of that sort of feeling of being lost that someone like Yuri and Sayori seems to have. Natsuki, I don't know, because we fumbled this playthrough. She doesn't want to talk to us anymore. But I feel like I understood this Monika poem much better than previous ones. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that when you find it, then you have nothing left to look for. At the same time, it's okay to find it and just be satisfied that you have it. I see. I never really put much thought into it. Dude, we are such an airhead. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Yeah. Really perceptive, Brady. It's taken you 3 fucking poems to figure that out. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. No, she meant what she meant, Brady. She said what she said. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip for the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that was put into it, or went into it, and the things you can work on. Exactly. And that's also why I think Brady, anime Brady, has impure intentions, because he has not given anyone critical feedback. He's mostly just been like, oh, this was good, this was bad. He just get. I just realized how much I'm doing this, and that's what Monika does. Holy shit, this is why I sort of relate to her. Yeah, there are definitely some things I relate to with Monika. He has not given any critical feedback. He just gives these shallow, sort of people-pleasing types of feedback. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you 3. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Yeah. No one's realized that fucking Sayori went home. Something did just sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Because we're missing an essential piece. Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. But stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Who are you talking to, Yuri? Are you talking to anime Brady? Are you talking to me? Because if you're talking to me, I don't like it. I don't like the implication there. I don't like the implication I've been getting this whole fucking episode. In your books, maybe. God, he doesn't know how to take a hint. Look, the only thing that's different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around, and she's literally the balancer. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on! She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's all right. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? Exactly! That's the kind of friend that I wanted Natsuki to be when Sayori was here. Get on our ass, Natsuki. Don't let us get off the hook on this one. So much for the two of you being all lovely-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Ooh, it's getting tense. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What'd she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so... let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, it's not at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Now Monika is fumbling. Which is interesting. She's not succeeding in doing her stress elevation tactic. She's raising their stress levels, but not like in a way that's keeping her own regulated. Geez, even I can't tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares into her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Brady. The one who is truly useless. Once again, speaking only factual statements so far this episode. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Ooh, Yuri being a bit cutthroat here. Brady may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Brady to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys! Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Brady to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Brady, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going with... Oh. I can choose Sayori. Oh, man. I have to break from the roleplay here because I am, like, legitimately concerned about Sayori. And I think for all the shit I've given him, so is Anime Brady. I think that he does care about Sayori. I just wish he would get his fucking head in the game and pick up on the signs a little more. And maybe he will if we go with her. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... But Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this... Wait, does this mean we can't... Actually? Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. What? I've missed my chance. I've just straight up missed my chance. Oh, Sayori. Sayori's gonna be with Monika. Well, can I go with Monika and then be with Sayori? Well, I guess I should be helping Monika. Yay, you picked me! Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Monika. You're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Brady was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. What ulterior motives? Ulterior motives. Well, what are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. I just love Natsuki's sass. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you gonna do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Brady to help one of you two. So I guess that's what we'll do. So none of that fucking mattered then. I didn't get to choose. Natsuki will have her time, I promise. I will not neglect her forever. I do just want to conclude the Yuri storyline, though. So we'll go with Yuri, but this is probably another good place to make a save. All right, let's go with Yuri. Well, I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I thought she wanted basically nothing to do with us at this point. I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... I love her attitude. So you'll be helping out Yuri then, Brady? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that Natsuki, trust me? We are all doing you a favor. You want to be alone here this time. You don't want to be with Monika and her weird control games. You don't want to be between Brady and Yuri and their weird non-romance that's built on insecurity. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Brady? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki, what? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Brady picked me. I don't know why anything Brady does as Brady. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They really go well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. What? Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something that Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. The thing is, Brady, no one is Sayori but Sayori. Okay? You certainly can't replace her. Don't even try. And Yuri, it's sweet, but you're no Sayori. I mean, no, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. All right, let's get out of here then. Once again, I'm exhausted by the emotions flying around in this room. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. Ooh, I guess this is the consequences of our choice in the last episode. Is now we're going to walk home with Yuri instead of Sayori. I have an empty feeling. I turn around. Sorry, I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Yeah, there's basically nothing going on up there, Brady. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. All right, then. Yuri and I exchanged phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house, since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. All right. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way. So I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. The only thing I like about this Brady is his accuracy with self-identified weakness. Don't underestimate yourself, Brady. I think that we'll make a very productive team, even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait. You don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. We are ruining her. We are ruining this intelligent, bright, deep-thinking girl by making her dumb down her writing and pretend to be oblivious to us. Or maybe she's not pretending. Maybe we have an actually stupefying effect on her. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out of the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. I'm stuck now between, like, I would have loved to choose Sayori because she is the one true best girl, but I'm glad that she does not have to put up with this Brady. He sucks. Besides, like Monika said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. Once again, I'm exhausted by this point. This game is such a whirlwind of emotion. Genuinely, I think the biggest whiplash is just the main character. My relationship with him is the most toxic part of this playthrough so far. Which I think I should also analyze why. Like, I know I'm being, like, extremely hard on him, but I think it's because I've made him, like, a self-insert. So he's me. I'm only being this way with him because, like, as a stand-in for me, I'm like, as Brady, why the fuck are you acting this way? But I also know that he's, like, not me. And so if I remove myself from that relationship. It's my fault. I called him Brady, so that's why I'm giving him shit. If I remove him from that relationship, though, and I just look at him as like an independent character, what I can see is that he cares a lot about Sayori, regardless of whether we choose her as the like romantic route, and that he's like oblivious to her affection, and you know, he's a teenage boy. Like he's actually very simple when you break it down. He's a teenage boy who's got several girls who are interested in him or potentially interested, and it even makes sense that he like doesn't catch on to some of the obvious tells. Most teenage boys are pretty oblivious. A girl could just say, "I like you," and they'd be like, I wonder what she thinks about me." So he's not a scumbag. I just want to be clear on that. I don't think that him as a character is a scumbag, but as Brady, like if I have to be him, if he has to be me, yeah, he's a fucking scumbag, because I'm impressing upon him my own knowledge and insight, and I know that's not fair. And I'm okay with that. I know he's not as bad as I'm making him out to be, but as a stand-in for me, I expect better of him. Which is probably where you're seeing my sort of Monika traits come into play. She's literally me. I look at anime Brady here, fumbling the bag with Sayori and being kind of an airhead, and I'm like, fucking get it together, Brady. You're better than this. So for the MC enjoyers, I'm giving myself a hard time here, not the character so much. It's just to add some drama to the playthrough, because he's not like a fully realized character, really. It's hard to sort of analyze him as deeply as someone like Sayori or Yuri, so I'm just putting myself in there, literally, and analyzing what I see from him as if he were me. Which, if this were me, I would think, yeah, Brady, you're fucking it all up. So that's that. I just wanted to put that out there because I know I've been especially hard on Brady this episode. He doesn't deserve it. He really doesn't. And I'm probably going to keep grilling him anyways, but, you know, I do hope he gets his chance for redemption anyways. But for now, this is where we're going to pause. I do feel like we're barreling towards something. I don't know what yet, and I do hope that we have some opportunities to course correct. But I don't know, maybe I've gotten too used to that kind of ability, that kind of power over a game's narrative structure with like slay the princess and that sort of thing. So I don't know what to expect really for where we go from here, but I have some concerns. Let's say that. And we'll see where things end up as we continue. Thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon for the next one. Take care, everybody.